Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. This is Dot Nation News, alias or aka Extreme News in the southeastern Nigeria. The report we are receiving from Finland actually indicates that Simon Ekpa is built to, bound to, be extradited back to Nigeria to face the wrath of federal government of Nigeria based on allegation of act of terrorism. Well, if you ask me, it is a shocking indictment, a shocking news. It is just wrecking this kind of, let me say, chilling waves across all the world, especially the Biafran faithfuls are receiving this kind of news with such, great, goose pimples, and it's sending such, let me say, cold to all of us that are following, the issue of Biafra emancipation. But I'm looking at the news. I've been screening the news, trying to find out whether it is a farce, hoax, or illusion. And I've actually arrived at the conclusion that it is a fake news. They rumored it often, even before now, that Simon Ekpa would be brought back to Nigeria for trial. I'm telling you that Finland is a Scandinavian country of Europe. How many of them? I think there are 5 in number. Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, Oslo, Norway. They are the ice country of Europe. It can never be. Finland is never like Nigeria or United Kingdom. Finland can never be a child country like Kenya. A hungry country like Kenya receive billions of dollars and actually rendition Mazenande Kano, back into Nigeria. And you know what that has at least done to Kenya's international image? It has dented Kenya's international image. Now, Kenya is one of the poorest countries that could sell anybody out. It's a dangerous zone. If you are a good agitator, if you are trying to sign for an asylum in any country of yours in Africa, please avoid Kenya. Kenya could just wake up one day and sell you to your enemies. So Finland is not Kenya. And as I'm talking to you now, Simon Ekpa's lawyer has come out to speak. He has spoken that it is just a surprise to him that even if that news is a reality, Finland would have noticed him. So enemies of the Igbos, enemies of Biafrans, sorry, it is no longer, a truth. It is just, let me say, a rumor, a rumor that can never be. Simon Ekpa will never be renditioned into Nigeria because Finland, of course, is a good country, a Scandinavian country. If you ask me, one of the most advanced countries in Europe. The system over there is working. The system over there can never be like London. That's the UK. The system over there can never, ever dream of being like Kenya. So we can compare it to either Kenya or Mozambique or Nigeria, where all things are possible. Anything can happen or could happen in Nigeria, which is why I'm telling everybody to stand firm, and begin to fight on what, to fight for what we believe. I mean, we the Biafrans. Simon Ekpa is not going anywhere. They can never bring him back to Nigeria here. It is impossible. Stop just dreaming, empty dreams, because of course, I know that is an empty dream. They can never ever bring Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. It is not possible. On what ground? Ekpa has not committed any act of terrorism. Ekpa was just defending his land, his community, his villages, his states. The people in the farm, land, slums or settlement, farm settlement in Nigeria now is a very dangerous venture, because if you are in group, farming in a very desolate place without security guards, Fulani, foreign Fulani, Nigerian Fulani will join forces with all the Sahel countries, Fulani, and unalive, or send all of you to your early graves. Look at the claims in Plateau State. It has actually indicated that Gowon, as a military, head of state, who led the Nigeria, genocide against Biafra, Yes, in 1967, 68, 69, 70, is now crying. Gowon is crying foul because Fulani has turned against Gowon, just like Ojukwu told Gowon. Look, time shall come, you Gowon, that unprovokedly, killing my people Igbo for no just cause. I'm telling you that these Fulani murderers that are working with you, killing the Igbos, time shall come when they will turn against you unprovokedly like that, begin to kill your people, your kinsmen, your tribe in Plateau State. Oh God, Gowon, how far? Gowon is almost in his 109-something years. A man that is always about to go sleep is now reaping actually what he sowed in the past against the Igbo man. But that kind of wickedness perpetrating on the Igbos is what is playing out according to nemesis and law of retribution in the Mid-Belt against Kogi, against Benue, against Taraba. Taraba is where this Junkun Major General Theophilus Danjuma hails from. Danjuma was the man that actually killed Agui Ironsi. He was his aide-de-camp in 1966. He snatched Ironsi's crocodile staff. Hid it, gave it to his enemy of the Igbos, and they actually did the replica of that staff, and actually made it the replica and gave Ironsi the fake. So when Ironsi wanted to react, he found out that the staff has been, replaced to a replica. He turned to his aide-de-camp because he actually knew it was a handwork of Theophilus Danjuma. He pointed his finger right in his eyes and blinding Theophilus Danjuma's either right or left eye till today. So what am I trying to say? Nemesis has come. Theophilus Danjuma is advising Nigerians, every mid-beltan, to go and buy arm and defend himself. Theophilus Danjuma, is not right for you to say such. It's in a society or a system like ours. If we all procure or buy guns, there will be various killings around Nigeria because we are blacks. We begin to settle scores by shooting our fellow Nigerians. It is not a right advice. Then again, I want to remind Nigerian government under the watch of Ahmed Tinubu that the same statement Danjuma is making now was same statement that Nnamdi Kanu actually made in the past, which was why he is serving at DSS prison today. Why are we lawless? Why are you divisive? Why are we turning our back, hating the Igbo man? Simple because the Igbo man is more successful, more prosperous than any other tribe in Nigeria. Jealousy is killing other tribes. Jealousy is killing Nigeria. Jealousy is bringing our integrity, territorial dignity down. We are no longer like a strong nation we used to be. Look at our military has been infiltrated by the Boko Haram insurgents. Look at our military. They are reintegrating the insurgents, terrorists into Nigerian military forces, which is why our military forces are no longer strong. Strongest military strength, capacity in Africa before. We are the one, Nigerians. Today, we are over incapacitated in terms of our military strength. We are below Niger Republic. We are below Burkina Faso. We are even below Kenya. Nigeria is now, our military are just crawling like what? The cripples. They have been crippled because of mismanagement of public fund. Our military are not well funded again. Nigerian soldiers, I know, that are strongest in the world, has now become limping gazelles. They are too weak. They are not stronger anymore. See, let me tell you, Biafran faithfuls, rejoice, be happy, be glad. Samurai Ekpa is not coming back. Nobody is bringing Samurai Ekpa into Nigerian country for trial. Don't you know that rumors fly like flies, like birds, and they always like to propagate such dangerous propaganda, so that the Biafran faithfuls will begin to have obalambanyenu, that is stroke, high BP, and so on and so forth. Nobody should subject you to such high tension. Don't be testified. Yeah, don't be tensed up. Don't be tensed up. Ekpa is not coming. Ekpa will be free comes 25th May, I think. I am right in my speculation. So, Biafran news, they always like to give us bitter news because they know that our dear nation, Prince of Africa, the first Jewish black nation, is about to emancipate soonest. Rejoice. Don't look at that side. Samuel Ekpa is not coming. He's not coming. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Samuel Ekpa is standing firm, living firm in Finland, living big. Only that his movement is restricted because actually there are many agents sent by Nigeria security forces looking for Simon Ekpa to buy him in Europe. That's why his movement is restricted. He is not in jail, he's not in prison, but under security watch as advised by the security in that country, Finland. Finland, that's why they advise Simon Ekpa, don't go anywhere. And if you allow Simon Ekpa, he will go to London. On getting to London, Britain and Nigeria will connive together and buy him. His movement is restricted for his own benefit. I'm telling you what I know. So there's nothing like expulsion. There's nothing like extradition. No, Samuel Ekpa is not going anywhere. That's a bad news. That's a pathological lie, unjustified news, and highly misguided information from the enemies of Biafra in Zoological Republic called Nigeria. See, let me tell you, they are buying people now, flying all over Nigeria, southeast, southwest, north, south, southeast, northeast, even in southwestern states of the Yorubas. They are buying farmers in various farmland, and Tinubu government is not doing anything. When is Nigerian government going to act? That is when Fulani has reduced the number of all the Nigerian populations to 0. That is when government will wake up. By then, they have actually succeeded on their quest for Islamization of the entire country. They don't know that it is a continuation of Ottoman and Fodio conquests. That is Islamization conquest that started since 17th, 18th centuries and abruptly ended up at the Middle Belt by our dear royal man, royal father, royal Baba Atta of Igala was the one that halted Osman Dan Fodio, Fulani conquest, when he was coming down to southeastern Nigeria. Atta of Igala, being whom he was then the strongest royal father in Nigeria, if not the whole West Africa, stopped Osman Dan Fodio and his warrior and beheaded him. That was the end of a man that brought about Fulani conquest through jihadism, Islamizing the whole north, Kano State, Kaduna, everywhere in the north, Fulani was conquering, installing their own jihadist ideology, force him by force, corner him by force to become a Muslim, force it on him, or else he dies. That was the order from Ottoman Dan Fodio that led the first jihad war in northern states of the Federation. So, what are we saying here? Killings are going on and on every day. The Fulanis are killing. When they are killing is on progress, they are killing every Nigerian, every farmers in the southern Nigeria. Where is Sadwan of Sokoto? I want to see Emir of Kano. Emir of Kano was talking tough when terrorists were killed on social media, being filmed and calmed on social media. The agony, the anger, rage, all of a sudden erupted in the north. For you to actually see that they don't want to die, but they want to be buying the Southerners. And now America has taken it up. Killing of Christians in Nigeria on daily basis is growing much and much ripples in American nation. Because America is just like surprised. These people that are being unalived on daily basis, who are they? They are all Christians in Nigeria, Christians in the north, Christians in the southwest, to the level that they actually entered church in 2023 and shot 40 to 47 worshippers at St. Augustine, Owo, Ondo State. What man's, cruelty, inhumanity against his fellow man. What is it that Fulani man wanted again in Africa? Why the Fulanis have actually risen against their black brothers, shooting and killing them in the mosque, in the church, all in the agenda of, grabbing their lands. They are shooting everybody in southeastern Nigeria to grab Igbo land. They are shooting everybody in the north, mid-belt states of Taraba, Benue State, Kogi, simply to grab their land. That is too bad. Of these Fulani oligarchs, Fulani Janjaweed, Fulani headers, Fulani bandits. They are all over Nigeria, buying and buying everybody. The soldiers are not minding us. The police are not doing their work. Why? Out of Nigerian military men, the Fulanis dominate. They are up to 75%. So if you invite soldier to protect you in your farm, the soldier will turn against you. They will speak their language, which is why Nigerian soldiers are buying themselves right away. If they are on a mission to have confrontation with Fulani headers, right in the bush, Fulani, they will speak their language. Nigerian soldiers will begin to buy their fellow soldiers because Fulani has actually infiltrated Nigerian political system, infiltrated Nigerian military forces. Yes, even paramilitary. Fulanis are there. The Britons suggested to the Fulanis during our colonial era that they should handle guns. Let them take on arms so that they will be in control if Britain left Nigeria. Actually, when Britain left Nigeria, what they actually bargained for Nigerians played out. It came to pass. The Fulanis are the one handling guns in Nigeria. That's why they are buying Nigerians like as if we are chickens. See, it has come to play out that Concord May Nnamdi Kanu must be freed this month. Samuel Ekpa is coming out May. Disregard every rumors. Ekpa is not coming to Nigeria by force. I'm telling you, the offense he committed, if he did, was in Finland, not in Nigeria. Law over there works. If Samuel Ekpa could go to jail here, no, we said no. Let him go to jail in Finland, if at all he is found culpable. But I believe that there's no law the gentleman violated. Killings are still going on in Nigeria, and Nigeria is still looking at that side of incarcerating Samuel Ekpa. It is a lie. It can't work. The people that are buying people are bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headers, herdsmen. They are the one. And Nigeria has not done anything. Not Ekpa, not Nnamdi Kanu. Has Ekpa killed anybody? Has Nnamdi Kanu carried the gun? Who are the buyers, killers, people that are neutralizing civilians, Christians across North, Mid-Belt, everywhere, Southeast and Southwest? They are the Fulani headers. It is the right time the whole tribes in Nigeria should come together, congregate in your large number, have your machete sticks on your arms for self-defense anyway, as suggested by DSS Director General, the former Major General Theophilus Danjuma, and the Babangida, even Obasanjo. The whole tribes in Nigeria rise up, stand up, stop sleeping as a result of religion and the ethnic divisiveness. Rise on your feet. Rise on your foot, rise on your feet. Let us take care of this Fulani sage of a thing. They are encroaching right now across the forest of Ondo, across the southeastern forest, across Adamawa Highlands. They are everywhere encroaching in the mid-belt states of Plateau State, Kogi State, and Benue. They are everywhere in Ebonyi State. Buying farmers in Enugu State, buying everybody they lay their hands upon in the farm settlement in Enugu State. I have to stop here. Yes, let me pause here and breathe until tomorrow. I have to give you the right information about what is going on in Nigeria, a country that has, been in turmoil since 2015, inception of Muhammad Buhari regime, has brought us this far in chaos, lawlessness, absolute anarchy, and nobody cares to know. Though Americans, the British, the Western world actually has braced it up, understood that Nigeria is subjected to attack. Nigeria under attack by the Fulani Muslims. They are Islamists, the extremists, and the connotes of, let me say, 75% of the Boko Haram insurgents. They imported various weapons from Iran. Iran is their chief sponsor. That's what is going on here. Thank you so much. Nigeria is subjected to attack. Nigeria is under attack, especially the Christians. Until when I come tomorrow, we will at least rapport again. Thank you so much. Good night. But remember to share my channel with your friends. Subscribe from me too. It is not easy, but if you want to support me, just subscribe. Like me, hit notification bell. Then again, come down to comment section. Let's talk. You have right to discuss, to talk. Good night.